The Golden Bear is a C-141B static display located at Travis Air Force Base. 23 April 1965, the Golden Bear flew into the base. That was its original arrival. It then came back and in preparation for it becoming our static display here as part of the Travis Heritage Center. And that occurred in the 1990s, and it sat on the flight line until they were able to get the funds to prepare it for where it sits today. You know, when it arrived on April 23, 1965, there was a lot of fanfare. Travis's role in this, of course, is the fact that it was the first base to receive an operational C-141 that was part of a squadron that was flying normal operations. It had been tested, but this is the arrival of the first one in the Air Force. Of course, the Golden Bear represents all of that. It represents this transition away from these older airframes. It represents its connection with California, with its name and Travis Air Force Base. And it really opens up a whole new chapter in Air Force airlift. Today, the heirs to that obviously are the C-5 and the C-17, and anything that comes after that is going to share that legacy with the C-141. But when you look back at the history of the C-141, what it accomplished in Vietnam and the Pacific, down in Antarctica, flying those missions around the world through about 2006 when the last C-141s were retired. The legacy is obvious. If we put the time, money, and attention into the Golden Bear and keep it looking as great as it does now, there's no reason why it can't be out there another 50 years, 100 years. And I'm certain that your grandkids and my grandkids will come back and the Golden Bear will be sitting there with the same story that we're talking about today.
My name's Dwayne Wooden, and I was here when the Golden Bear landed. The Golden Bear, or 38088 was its tail number, flew out of Travis all of its career. It was never stationed anywhere else. When General Estes brought it in here in April of 1965, it was brought over to in front of base ops, and the people were there, and they had already determined that it would be named the Golden Bear, and they'll lead the forces. The Golden Bear, you know, is the symbol of California, and so it was the first aircraft actually out of the factory that went into operation, and Travis got the first one, and that was it. And they kind of, I want to think of the 38088, the 141, as the symbol of California's aircraft. It's sitting over there now, according to the 781 that we have in the library, with 44,480 some hours flying time. Now, when it came to Travis, it came here as what we called lead the force aircraft. It was an LTF. We had two at Travis, 38088 and 38075. This one, the 38088 was known as the Golden Bear, and 38075 was known as Petunia, and they were both lead the force aircraft. The 141 was a very capable aircraft. When you figure 11 hours in a 124 to Hickam versus 5.5 to 6 hours with a headwind in a 141, it was a high-flying aircraft, fast aircraft, reliable aircraft, and like I say, it was one of the things that you always had the power. You always had the power.